Caucasus is a unique combination of natural beauty, historical monuments, mineral springs, diverse traditions, and a mix of languages and peoples. Of course, it is impossible to see the whole Caucasus in one day. They are called the 7 wonders of the world. The Caucasus has its own wonders, which capture our imagination, make our heart beat with joy, and our soul freeze with admiration. We wish you a pleasant viewing. The Mosque of the Pride of Muslims in Chechnya. The Mosque of the Pride of Muslims, named after the Prophet Muhammad, is built in the center of the city of Shali. It is the largest mosque in Europe, accommodates up to 30,000 people, and the surrounding area, up to 70,000. Construction began in 2012 near the high-rise complex Shali City. Architects from Uzbekistan worked on the project, which has no analogues in the world. The majestic mosque is in the classical Islamic style, which mixes Arab, Persian, Central Asian, and Byzantine styles. The main feature is the pure white color. More than 7,000 tons of snow-white Greek marble from the island of Thassos were used. This marble literally shines in the sunlight with a blinding whiteness. Even at 50 degrees, the stone remains cool. The building has a dome 43 meters high and minarets 63 meters high. Diamond Bridge, Georgia. A giant glass bridge built over an abyss has recently opened in Georgia's Dambashi Canyon. Not only can thrill-seekers walk across it from one side of the canyon to the other, but they can also enjoy delicious Georgian cuisine in the world's highest suspended restaurant. The novelty has already been nicknamed Diamond Bridge because of the unusual shape of its central part, where the observation deck and the restaurant are located. The length of the bridge is 240 meters. The glass bridge is located 90 kilometers from Tbilisi in the picturesque place of Algety National Park, in the canyon of the Krami River. The height of the canyon above the sea level is 1,100 to 1,500 meters, and its length is 8 kilometers. The canyon occupies a huge area of 669 hectares. There are many beautiful waterfalls and caves that attract tourists. One of the extreme entertainments offered to the visitors of the glass bridge is an original zipline on a bicycle. Not every daredevil will dare such a stunt over the abyss. Palace of Sheki Khans, Azerbaijan. The former residence of Sheki Khans, located in the city of Sheki, Azerbaijan, now a museum. It is a historical and cultural monument of world significance, a part of the State Historical and Architectural Reserve, Yukarı Baş. The building of the palace, built in the 18th century in the Persian style, is located in the elevated northeastern part of the city, on the territory fenced by fortress walls. Each room of the palace is unique and masterfully decorated. All the walls and ceilings are painted with miniatures. There are mythical birds in the Garden of Paradise, unusual flowers and animals. The Palace of Sheki Khan has been restored several times, and today it appears to tourists in all its splendor, thanks to which famous travelers compared it with the famous Bakhchisaray Palace. It is considered one of the best examples of 18th century palace architecture in the Caucasus, and one of the pearls of the Islamic East. Together with the historical part of the city, the palace is a candidate for inclusion in the UNESCO World Heritage List. Lake Ritsa, Georgia. Ritsa is a mountain lake of glacial tectonic origin in the Western Caucasus, in the Gudauta region of Georgia. Lake Ritsa is the most popular tourist resort, one of the natural wonders of Georgia. It is located at an altitude of about 950 meters above sea level and is surrounded on all sides by mountains covered with dense forests. Tourists visiting Abkhazia often walk along the shore of the magical, clean, and incredibly beautiful high mountain Lake Ritsa, which is called a true miracle of nature. Its depth is about 150 meters, and its length is about 2 kilometers. Arkiz, Karachay-Cherkessia. Arkiz is an all-season resort in Karachay-Cherkessia, which opened its ski slopes, eco-trails, and bike parks at the very end of 2013. Unique location, unspoiled nature of the North Caucasus, excellent level of services. This is what attracts adepts of active tourism here. Not the last reason in favor of Arkiz is the cost of the ski pass. Skiing here will cost significantly cheaper than on the top slopes of Sochi. Arcas is first and foremost a ski resort, so the high season here starts in December and lasts until the end of March. The weather in this period fully corresponds to the peculiarities of the mild, temperate continental climate. In winter, it is frosty and sunny on the mountain slopes. The average temperature in January is -6 degrees. Another advantage of Arcas is the absence of heavy rains and strong thaws, typical for large Sochi resorts. The Elenian Dormition Monastery, Ossetia. The Elenian Monastery of the Dormition of the Theotokos is located near the village of Verkhny Fyagdon, which in turn is located on the territory of the Kurtatinsky Gorge in the Alagirsky district of North Ossetia. The monastery is surrounded by mountains on all sides and is officially the highest and southernmost Orthodox monastery in the country. The monastery looks like an ancient medieval building, although it was built quite recently, in 2004. The high stone walls and Ossetian military watchtowers in the corners of the fortress are built according to the old traditions of Ossetian architecture. The architectural style of the Elenian monastery is most reminiscent of Byzantine buildings. Local monks claim that the design of the buildings was not specially developed, but the final result was very harmonious. Cypress Lake, or Suko Lake. Krasnodar territory. Cypress Lake near Anapa is a unique natural monument with the status of a botanical reserve. The lake is an artificial reservoir on the outskirts of the village of Suko, 18 kilometers south of Anapa. This body of water with azure blue water and sandy shore is a famous place for beach vacations. But truly famous lake made the giant North American cypresses growing under the water surface. There is a small grove of 32 swamp cypress trees in the water. At present, the trees are up to 30 meters high, with trunks girth up to 1.5 meters. David Gareji, Georgia. One of the most important sites of Georgia is located near Tbilisi, on the Georgian-Azerbaijani border. The David Gareja Monastery Complex is a large area of cave monasteries. Although the place is often called David Gareja Monastery, there are about 20 monasteries, as well as more than 100 caves where there were monks' cells. On the border between the two countries is the main shrine of David Gareji, the Lavra of St. David. There are 4 main complexes in the Gareji Desert: David Gareji Monastery, Tetri Udobno and Natlizm Tsibeli monasteries, as well as Dodo Arka Caves. Sivanovank Monastery Complex, Armenia. Sivanovank is a complex of buildings that currently includes 2 churches, called Serbs in Armenian. They are Serb Arakalots and Serb Asvatsatsin. In addition to them, one can see the foundation of the 3rd church, Serb Haratyun, the ruins of the narthex, numerous cross stones and tombstones, the monastery oil mill and monastic cells, some of which have been restored. All these buildings are located on a hill and once had a chain of inner and outer walls that protected the complex from foreign invasion. Before the water of Lake Sevan was diverted, the monastery was located on an island 3 kilometers away from the shore, which became a peninsula after the lake became shallow. Barkhan Sarikam, Dagestan. Barkhan Sarikam is a lonely, sandy mountain that rises on the southern border of the Caspian Plain, near the rocky foothills of the Caucasus. Such dunes are characteristic of desert landscapes or sea coasts. But on the steppe plateau with lowest soil, such a colossal Barkhan looks strange. The deserts of Central Asia are hundreds of kilometers to the east from here, and it is reliably protected from desert sands by the Caspian Sea. Where such a colossal amount of sand came from in the foothills of Dagestan is a mystery that has given rise to romantic legends. The Sarikam Barkhan, which covers more than 1,000 hectares, is 12 kilometers long and 4,000 paces wide, amazes not only by its size. It is astonishing that a giant sandhill in Dagestan and the Central Asian deserts are separated by 300 kilometers of the Caspian Sea. And indeed, the Barkhan has its own life. The local climate is very different from the surrounding steppes and hills. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, Sarikam settled like a hollow, although it has to migrate with the wind. This piece of desert has become home to the rare Mediterranean tortoise and 1,000 other species of animals. Friends, that's all. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to write in the comments which wonder you liked more, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.